AskReddit by Chomperone. What's a phrase in English that makes absolutely no sense? Here in the southern USA, folks are often fixin' to get ready. I'm from the western United States and married a man from the southeast. He's always fixin' to do something. Is actually really cute. Sleep like a baby. Let me tell you, babies don't sleep, and neither do their parents. Maybe you got a faulty one. Mine sleeps like a charm. Cute as a button. No one even knows where this came from. Apparently it might have been bright as a button at some point, and when it changed to cute, cute may have still meant acute, which throws a whole new wrinkle into puzzling it out. All of the things I just looked up on it seemed like pure speculation other than it originally being bright. Meteoric rise. Whoever came up with it clearly didn't understand what meteors do. People used to think meteors were rocks launched up by volcanoes before they fell back to Earth. Don't have a cow. It refers to the screaming and crying involved in giving birth. Obviously, giving birth to a cow will cause quite the chaos. Thus it means don't get so excited and throw a tantrum, lol. In a pickle. I don't know if the phrase comes from baseball slang or was adopted into baseball slang, but a pickle is when two basemen are tossing the ball back and forth with a batter runner trapped between them. The batter runner is said to be in a pickle. Only makes no sense when people say it incorrectly, but I could care less. The saying is I couldn't care less, as it's used in situations when you care so little about something that you physically couldn't care any less about it than you already do. Saying I could care less means you do in fact care, and could stand to care less about something. Pisses me off that so many people say it incorrectly because it makes no sense when said wrong. Found David Mitchell's Reddit account. Good old Welsh saying of I'll do it now in a minute. South Africans say now for in a few minutes and just now for a few minutes ago. Not here to fuck spiders. Australians have the most fun slang. This is super niche, but I'm British and have a lot of relatives from the Lake District and Cumbria. My granddad grew up always saying I'll go to the foot of our stairs, in response to like being surprised about something. It's such a weird random phrase which I've never heard anyone else say. Apparently it originates from the Midlands and is an old term, but whenever I look it up I can never find an actual explanation. It's used in the context of someone says something surprising and they say it in response, so like, "Did you hear that Jennifer is having a baby with Thomas? Well, I'll go to the foot of our stairs." Very weird and niche. You've got to say it with a northern accent too, otherwise it doesn't work the same. Yes, it's a Midlands thing, also very 80s. I had to explain not my circus, not my monkeys to a colleague once. English was not his native language. I used that phrase in a meeting, and he stayed back to walk out with me and said, "Circus? Monkeys? Isn't that a Polish saying that crossed the linguistic barrier?" It's the same difference, never understood what that was used for. I've spent my life convinced this is just a conflation of same thing and no difference. The birds and the bees as a euphemism for giving kids a talk. In many other languages it's flowers and bees, which makes sense with pollination and whatnot. What the hell are your birds doing to those poor bees? The birds observably fuck each other. Bees more gently go round pollinating, and it's an easy way to understand the mechanics of how there's a baby in mummy's tummy. Of course the answer to what are those dogs doing is always the dog in front is blind, and the one behind is showing her how to get home. Raining cats are dogs. Why would you even say that to refer to the rain like? https://en.wikipedia.org/wiki/raining_cats_and_dogs. But that's nothing compared to hailing taxes. And one time I was caught in a baby shower. Bob's your uncle or Bob's your mother's brother with means basically, and there you have it. We'll slap my ass and call me Sally. It's an expression of incredulity. I have to see a man about a horse means you need to take a dump. Also take a dump means you need to poo. The story is a PM, Robert Cecil, once appointed his nephew to a job in an act of nepotism, and this was so unpopular that it became a phrase. When you destroy a structure with fire, it can both burn up and burn down. When you declare to your supervisor that you won't be going to work today, you can both call in and call out. A smartass and a wussies are the same things. A dumbass is close enough to either of them, but a wise guy and wise man are opposites. Whenever someone says, "I've had it up to here," the location of their accompanying hand gestures usually leaves the location of here totally ambiguous, and it's inconsistent across people of different heights. Inflammable means flammable? What a country. Cold as hell. Hell from Norse mythology actually was cold. Deader than a doornail. What the hell is a doornail? Apparently, for construction and security reasons, when a nail is hammered into a door, the sharp end sticking out on the other side is hammered to one side, locking it into the door. This makes the nail dead. There's a corruption of I couldn't care less to I could care less. I hear the latter more than the former. Also heard variations on to ace is short of a deck and doesn't have all the cups in the cupboard. Those are common, but I've also heard missing the corner pieces of the jigsaw puzzle. Presumably, not many books on his shelf, missing a wheel, missing a few crayons in his pencil case. My favorite version of this is a few fries short of a happy meal. I could care less. Well, that means you care, right? Shouldn't it be I could not care less? You're quite right, it is supposed to be, and always was, I couldn't care less. Not sure where the newer could care less version came from, but it's definitely nonsense. Most of them don't make sense anymore because it's referencing something that hasn't applied for a long time. Like bless you after a sneeze. People aren't still thinking your body is trying to expel demons. Pick yourself up by your bootstraps, something physically impossible to do, now is presented as the way you elevate your social status, wealth, life. This was a Franklinism. He was speaking facetiously about the idea of the downtrodden reconstituting themselves without help, but the phrase was co-opted to mean the opposite. Had to explain this to my relatives. Okay equals yes. It's okay equals no. Fine equals yes. I'm fine equals no. Good equals yes. I'm good equals no. Yeah no equals no, no yeah equals yeah. Yeah, no, for sure buddy. Yeah no. AM in the morning. I've never heard this. People say tomorrow 8 AM in the morning. I've heard 8 o'clock in the morning and 8 AM, but yeah I guess it's on par with ATM machine, which I've never heard either.